Hi everyone, you reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with a quick video on Nene Leakes. Nene Leakes had a lawsuit against Bravo, Andy Cohen, and all the entities that kind of are involved with creating the Real Housewives franchise. Now, in her lawsuit, she cited racism, discrimination, the fact that they were blacklisting her. So not only did they fire her from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but to add insult to injury, they were also blacklisting her, she said, preventing her from getting jobs with other people, because she claimed she tried to get a radio deal and Andy kind of blocked it and told the person, listen, you don't want to hire her because she's going to ask for too much money. So that's just some of the things that were listed in this lawsuit. So most recently it was dismissed. A lot of people are saying that it was dismissed because they have a clause in all of their contracts that say pretty much you can't just sue your castmates, you can't sue the production company, you can't sue, the entities. You have to work this out in mediation. And this is a clause in their contract. And I can understand that clause, right? Because when you're filming a reality show, mess is going to happen. Why? Because mess happens in real life. So if we allow mess to happen, and we allow castmates to start suing each other, they would never be able to put on a show, and all the shows were probably end after the first season, okay? Because we've seen the shenanigans and the accusations that go on some of these reality shows. So Nene's case was dismissed. She seems to be happy. We don't know all the details on how they work things out, but she seems to be pretty happy. Why do I say that? She wiped clean her social media accounts of any nasty or negative things that she said about Andy Cohen, Bravo, NBC, all of them. She swiped clean off of her Instagram account the word blacklisted from underneath her name. So it seems like all is well, everything's good, and maybe for Nene Leakes, things are going to get back to normal. Now, here's my question, and here's the debate or the conversation that I want us to have. Now, I am not saying, so let's be clear. Please hear me out. I'm not saying that she probably did not suffer some form of maybe discrimination, racism, and being blacklisted, all of the above. Perhaps all of that did happen. But I want to have an understanding. What I can't understand is Nene worked for Bravo and on the Real Housewives of Atlanta for over a decade, right? She claims that all of these wrongdoings, they started her very first season on the show. So my thing is, did she go to HR season 1? Did she go to HR season 2? Did she go to HR season 3? Did she go to HR season 4, season 5? It appears to me, as an outsider looking in, that the only time she had her complaint is when she was no longer the chosen one. For years, over a decade, on Roa, Nene was the queen bee, okay? The queen bee. They loved her from what it appeared, and it seems like she loved them back, okay? She was on Watch What Happened Live more than any other housewife in the history of the Housewives show, okay? And Watch What Happens Live, Andy Cohen is the host, okay? So my thing is, you have a boss who's you're claiming is racist and who is nasty to you. Why would you, on a regular and consistent basis, go on his after show with him and kiki ha ha with him? And not only kiki ha ha with him, but sit there and tell him how some of your fellow castmates should be fired. Now, I get it. She said discrimination. But let me tell you this. When Roa was in its heyday, they were the number one housewife show, okay? They was number one. Out of every single franchise, they were number one. In Bravo, Truly Entertainment, and NBC, they paid all of those ladies over there at Roa like they were number one. And so that's what I'm saying. Okay, discrimination. I've never seen discrimination happen this particular way. Not saying it couldn't, but I'm just saying I've never seen it happen this way. So let me just give you some numbers here. Back in the heyday, Nene Leakes was the number one paid housewife out of New Jersey, New York, Beverly Hills, you name it. She was it, okay? She was getting $2.85 million a season. Candy was at 2.3. Cynthia was at 1.8. Portia was at 1.3. And Phaedra was at 1.3. The top five all came from Roa. The top five most paid housewives or highest paid housewives came from Roa. The top five. Nene Leakes was number one. Candy was number two. Cynthia was number three. Portia was number four. Phaedra was number five. Well, actually, Portia and Phaedra, they got the same amount, 1.3 million. After that, Bethany was number 6 at 1 million. Teresa was number 7 at 1.1 million. Denise Richards, when she came into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they gave her cash, I guess based upon her name. She got 1 million. Tamra Judge got 900,000 and Melissa Gorga $750,000. So when people ask me, it's not that I don't want to see Nene win. People kill me with that. Like, it's crazy. Like, oh, I just don't like Nene. Not true. Actually, I feel like, and I still feel it like this to this day, that Nene, hands down, is definitely going to go down as the GOAT of the Real Housewives franchise. The GOAT, okay? She gave us a lot of great sayings. She gave us great TV. When she was on point, Nene was on point. But let's be clear. When they kicked her off and towards the end of her run on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because they created this monster, see, you know what? They had her head big. They gave her too much authority. They let her know that you are the queen bee. And so it went to her head. And she acted accordingly. But then when she got too big for her bridges and they couldn't take it anymore, they do what most people do when they create a monster and they can't take it no more. They kick them to the curb. So when she got kicked to the curb, that's when she could no longer, stand the environment that she was in. That's when she claimed all of these transgressions and wanted to have her lawsuit. And my thing is, I don't have a problem if your lawsuit is what it is and that truly happened. My real problem is, did you have all of these grievances when you was getting that $2.85 million every year? Were the problems there then? Or did the problems only come because you got fired and you were pissed? Now here's the thing. Don't forget, towards the end of her run on Roa, her own castmates did not want to film with her. They iced her out. I want to say Phaedra, Cynthia, and someone else simply did not want to film scenes with her. So when no one wants to film with you, Bravo has no choice but to say, okay, how can we keep you and none of your castmates want to film with you? Also, don't forget, she got into a little bit of debacles with her mouth. Do you remember when she was doing her comedy and she had to go on doing a little apology because at her comedy show, she got mad at one of the hecklers and she told that heckler that she hopes tonight when her Uber driver takes her home that they are her. Do y'all remember that? And she had to apologize for that. And not only that, at that time, she was supposed to be on the escape tour with Candy. And Candy had to end up letting her go and not allowing her to do that tour because of what she said at that comedy show. Not only that, a little bit before that, she got into it with Kim Zolciak's daughter, the oldest one. I want to say it was Brielle, right? She got into it with Brielle because, allegedly they filmed. Well, I'll say allegedly, right? Because we don't know if they put them there according to Nene or what happened. But, there was some little creatures crawling around in Nene's bathroom in her beautiful home. The daughter filmed it. I think they put it on social media. And Nene blacked out on that chick on social media. called her the KKK, called her racist, okay? Called her some other things too. So all I'm saying is that Nene's departure from Roa, do I think it had anything to do with the fact that, they was discriminating against her? I'm going to say no. Do I think that Nene became a menace at a certain point? I'm going to say absolutely yes. Do I think that perhaps, because I think it happens everywhere, Nene suffered from some discrimination or something while she was on Roa? I'll roll with a yes. But do I think it was as problematic as she's saying? I'm going to say no, because if so, where are the reports of her going to HR from day one all the way up until the point where she filed her lawsuit? Listen, guys, I'm not going to hold you long. Do me a favor. Chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And let's be clear. I like Nene. I have no problem with Nene. My thing is with the situation, I think when we start to use words, certain trigger words, because now too, I think employees know trigger words, right? But the thing is, trigger words can destroy the person you're talking about, especially if it's unfounded, right? So a lot of times you have bad employees. They know that they are bad employees. And I'm not talking about Nene specifically right now. I'm talking about in general. But you have bad employees. They know that they're horrible employees. So instead of when it comes time for them to get reprimanded or, get written up or something like that, instead of them being true and dealing with the issue, they want to start throwing trigger words in there to distract from the real situation that they're just a bad employee. They say, oh, I'm feeling harassed. I'm feeling threatened. They know HR trigger words. So, and all of that is just distraction techniques for the simple fact that, look, knock it off. You're a mess of an employee. Don't try to now come and say, because we wrote you up for this, now you want to say, oh, well, all of this was happening. No, why didn't you say that before? Guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. I wish Nene all the best, okay? I'm glad they was able to settle this lawsuit, out of the courtroom, and we're going to see. Only time will tell if, what is truly going to happen, and will she recover from this whole situation. Thanks, guys, for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next video.